Imagine waking up on a world shaped like a giant cube, not a sphere. The sky above you stretches endlessly, but the land beneath your feet is perfectly flat, as if someone carved it with a ruler. Your home sits on one of 6 vast, flat faces, stretching out to sharp, towering edges. Each face is like a continent of its own, bordered by dramatic cliffs that rise up like the walls of a colossal fortress. The horizon would rise up at the edges, forming colossal slopes leading to the corners of the world. These slopes would be so steep they'd look like the world is folding up around you, creating a sense of living inside a giant box. Life would cluster in the center of each face, where gravity feels normal and the ground is flat. Here, cities would thrive, and daily life would feel much like it does on Earth, familiar, comfortable, and safe. The further you walk from the center, the steeper and stranger everything gets. Each step a climb. Every city, built for stability. Buildings would cling to the slopes, and roads would zigzag up the inclines, making travel a true adventure. Crossing to another face, that's a journey up a planet-sized mountain, with the view from the top revealing 3 faces at once. Standing at a corner, you could see the world stretching out in 3 directions, each face with its own unique landscape. Each face would be like its own country, separated by epic climbs and wild landscapes. Cultures might develop differently on each face, shaped by the challenges of their unique environments. Living on Cube Earth would be a wild ride, familiar at the center, but bizarre and adventurous at the edges. Every journey would be an exploration, and every day would bring new perspectives on a truly extraordinary world. On Cube Earth, gravity doesn't work the way we're used to. Instead of always pulling straight down beneath your feet, it pulls toward the very center of the cube, no matter where you stand. That means gravity only feels normal if you're standing right in the middle of one of the cube's faces, where the pull is straight down and everything feels familiar. But as you move closer to an edge, gravity starts to tug at a slant, pulling you both downward and sideways. Every step feels like you're hiking up a never-ending steep hill, even if the ground looks flat. At the edges, the pull is so angled that standing upright becomes a real challenge. You'd constantly feel like you're being dragged off your feet, fighting to keep your balance. The corners are the wildest places of all. Here, gravity is at its weakest and pulls in 3 directions at once, making you feel strangely light and incredibly off balance, almost as if you're floating. To adapt, houses would need slanted floors and creative architecture just to keep people from sliding away. Anything not anchored down would slowly slide or roll back toward the center of each face, making daily life a constant battle against gravity's odd directions. Only the strongest vehicles and the bravest explorers would dare to reach the cube's corners, where the rules of physics feel completely different. In these strange spots, you could leap higher than anywhere else, almost as if you were on the moon. But keeping your balance would be a constant struggle, with every movement feeling unpredictable and new. The very shape of the world would influence every step you take, turning a simple walk into an adventure. On Cube Earth, gravity is never quite what you expect. Every day would be a new challenge, and every journey a test of balance and creativity. On Cube Earth, water pools in the center of each face, forming 6 giant round oceans. These vast bodies of water dominate the landscape, acting as the heart of each face and shaping everything around them. Imagine standing on the shore, looking out at a seemingly endless expanse of water, knowing that every face of the cube has its own oceanic world. The edges and corners, dry, high-altitude deserts and mountains with barely any air. These regions are harsh and unforgiving, with little vegetation and extreme conditions that make survival nearly impossible. Air is thickest over the oceans, thinning out as you climb toward the edges, like living on a mountain's summit. Breathing becomes harder, and the environment grows more challenging the farther you move from the ocean's center. Each face has its own wild weather. Permanent storms swirl over the oceans, creating a dramatic and unpredictable climate that never truly settles down. Meanwhile, the coasts are battered by endless rain and wind, with powerful waves crashing against the land and storms rolling in almost daily. The corners are nearly airless, freezing, and inhospitable. Temperatures plummet, and the landscape is locked in ice, making these areas some of the most extreme environments imaginable. Traveling between faces means braving thin air and harsh climates, like climbing Everest just to visit your neighbors. Only the most prepared and determined could survive such a journey. Each face would develop its own isolated culture, shaped by its unique weather and geography. People would adapt in creative ways, building traditions and lifestyles suited to their face's challenges. Life on Cube Earth would be a constant battle with the elements, demanding resilience, ingenuity, and a deep respect for the power of nature. Life would adapt in amazing ways, evolving to meet the challenges of a world with sharp angles and steep faces. Plants and animals near the oceans would look familiar, thriving in the gentle curves and flat stretches by the water. But on the slopes, everything leans and climbs. People would grow stronger, adapting to the constant inclines and rugged terrain. Buildings would be terraced and angled, designed to fit the dramatic landscape and maximize stability. And new sports would emerge to match the slanted world, with games and activities unique to this environment. The edges and corners might host giant flying creatures, soaring on powerful updrafts along the cube's faces, or daring scientists in sealed habitats pushing the limits of exploration and survival. Studying the stars from the highest points, they'd unlock new mysteries of the universe. Standing on a corner, you'd see 3 vast plains and oceans below, a view unlike anything on our round Earth. The world's geometry on full display, with sharp lines and breathtaking perspectives. Cube Earth would be a place of constant challenge and wonder, where every day brings new discoveries, where physics, life, and imagination collide in spectacular ways. Our round world is beautiful, filled with endless variety and natural wonders, but a cube would be a spectacular, mind-bending adventure, reshaping everything we know. Would you dare to live on the edge of this extraordinary world?